Let's start attacking these one by one here. We have a few different formats we are going to cover. Now, the first one I want to dive into is the social proof wall. There's no better way to advertise than with social proof. You can check our case studies up in the top right corner right now. We have like 8 to 10 client interviews. It's the best type of social proof. You want to run ads on the social proof to tell people you're good at what you do. So let's go ahead and copy this in here. And I'll just keep it in the same chat. I'm going to paste this in. Using the brand intelligence stock we just put together, please create the following ad for us. I'm just going to paste this in because it's set to do so. The pre-prompt has like white or very light background. I don't want to double up on the colors here, so confuse it. Center, let's see, what would be the center of a YouTube product? Let's do the YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio is like what creators use to judge how their channel is doing. Brand primary hex color, it should already have that right here, so I don't have to fill that in, which is amazing. Let's just run this and it should create us a social proof ad for us to use to market YouTube. All right, so this is what it gave us right here, and it made it in HTML, which I'm going to return to in a second, but I want it to actually give us a JPEG or a image PNG, and that's going to be using Nano Banana. So we have to adjust the prompt a little bit to make sure that can happen. Open this up in Chrome so I can visualize how this looks. All right, so this is what it got right here. Which honestly is not bad. So it's YouTube Studio. It has actual numbers right here. And if you wanted to edit it like it said right here, in the description, you could open it up in HTML and you could just change up these numbers. So instead of 50 million, if you find 50 million, 50M, you could change this to, let's say 40M. That is how you could actually edit it. Could you please output this in a .jpg and open it in a folder so I could look at it that way? It's much cleaner. This is an ad, so I actually want to download it and use it. So let's see how it handles that. But I mean, again, this is not bad. I would change a few things like the spacing right here. The spelling is all good. The branding is good as well. So the YouTube logo absolutely nailed this. Like this looks exactly like this from YouTube. And then it got the actual format of the ad correct as well. So I'm gonna hit yes here. Now it's gonna use Banana. It's gonna open this up. Let's go ahead and find this. All right, so there it is right there. Not too bad at all. It's a little bit grainy in quality. What I would do is then upscale this using Nano Banana again, probably. But again, you get the point here. This is exactly how the dashboard actually looks if you open it up. Next, let's do this one right here. And I'm gonna run these in parallel. So I'm gonna run 2 and 3 here in parallel. This is why I love Claude Code, because it's able to do stuff like this. So let's open up this and let's just do this. And now I'm not going to give it this prefix that it told me to right here. I'm just going to see what it does. Make sure that you're using the brand intelligence document that we put together to make sure everything is on point. All right, so I'm just going to copy this for the next prompt, then create a new chat, drag this down to this chat, delete this out. And now I'm going to paste this in and find the next prompt, transformation problem hook. I'm just going to enter that in and let's just see what it does. By the way, these are things I was generating earlier. I did them all at once, so there's spelling mistakes in these, but these are the types of formats that honestly are not too bad. And again, my favorite thing about VS Code, I know you could do this in the terminal, but you could open up multiple chats. So now this one is running at the same time that this is running, and there is nothing stopping us from running all of these at the exact same time, which I'm actually going to do just for the sake of this video. What I would actually do here is probably refine the starter prompt a little bit more. So like, again, it got us to this point right here, which that's not a bad ad creative at all. So let's go ahead and do number 4 right here. And let's open this up again. I'm just gonna paste this one in. Let's just see what it does with this with no extra context. Let's just let these 3 cook here. And then finally, we'll do these last 3, which is the authority template, the other authority template, and the curiosity template. And then we'll do this one as well. All right, so that is pretty much everything. If you guys want a further breakdown, obviously this is a free guide. I have our plug and play templates in our AI marketing community down below. If you want to check that out, there's a bunch of awesome people in there, business owners using AI to grow their business, get more leads, post more content, post more ads. All right, some of the results are coming in from a few different ones of these. So this one is here. The quality is a little bit worse, so I'll prompt it to like, hey, render this in 4K. But this is not bad. Pre-Aner head growth at Loom. If this is true, that would be pretty cool. And they actually took that from the internet because I didn't tell it to do so. But we went from 12K to 180K subscribers in 6 months. Studios, analytics, so see which make videos keep making. So this is a testimonial for YouTube Studio as an ad creative, which is pretty sweet. It's on brand, which is just what we want. So that one is good. And you can see it learned. So it didn't make an HTML this time. It gave it to me in JPEG or an actual image, which is what I wanted it to do. Now this one didn't. So if I'm correct here, no JPJ. I heard PDF in my voice transcription, which we don't want to do. Doesn't matter, but just preference here. And then this one is also done. So that was about 3 minutes to just create another 3 ads. If you want a video on that, just let me know. You could automate this entire process, which is crazy, to auto-generate the ads. Still paying $28 CPM to reach nobody, BDB markers, voice average of 600 a month. Like that is a pretty good ad. These static ads, I don't run ads very much. All I preach here is organic. We use a lot for social media and stuff like that. But ads do insanely well, especially these static ones for software companies. So again, Another ad, things I would change here, it might have YouTube in the bottom right corner, or I might have the call to action right here. So like book a free call, book a free audit, XYZ, lead magnet, stuff like that. But again, not bad. Open this up as a .jp or JPG, and I could see it. And this is the final one right here. So this is problem hook ad, YouTube studio testimonial, and all of, obviously you could load in whatever ad frameworks you have. So like before and afters and all of these different things. These are just like common ad frameworks that people use. So problem as the hook, and then solves a problem with the actual visuals as the hook, and then it solves that with YouTube, which is again, we're marketing on behalf of YouTube. So that's how that works there. Let's let it do this, and let's see this final one. This final one is before and after. So before YouTube, after YouTube. Let's see how it handles this one. I love split screen ads, transformational ads, before, after. So let's see that. Open it up. Before, after. All right, this one actually is not my favorite so far. I actually have some feedback here, please. For this one, the before is a little dull and dark. It's very blended in. Can we just make these pop a little bit more? Also, the image quality is a little degraded. Can we increase the quality of the image? Please output this again in .jpg so I could look at it and give you more feedback if necessary. Open it up in preview. All right, so we're going to do that and see how this generates. You can see that the before and after one that we're making the changes to, this is how it edits it, right? So it removes code, it adds code, removes code, adds code. I think this is fixing the problem of the quality. It's changing the dimensions a little bit, changing the background colors a little bit. So from this hex code to this hex code, I believe that's what's happening there. And it's cool because you can see the changes it's making, deleting, adding, etc. And you can't see it, but every time this happens, it pops up the actual HTML on my second monitor right here, just so I can go in and edit it or look at it more in depth, scroll through it if I really needed to, but I don't think that's needed. Usually I just allow all the edits. It's a really good job of just doing it itself. All right, and actually rendering at 2x for sharp quality. Export as a 95% quality JPEG. That will work, and that will not work. I think they actually fried it. Like, this is better, but it's very blurry. Forget the instructions about that. Keep the design and re-output this and open it up in preview so I could look at it. For some reason, it completely destroyed the quality. And what I would do here, guys, is I'll take the image creative and I would actually give it to another platform to upscale it. I'm going to have a video on that soon because I use AI in this sort of the similar workflow to work for my thumbnails, and I always upscale my thumbnails using a different platform. I'll show you that in another video, so make sure you subscribe and stick around for stuff like this. But I actually like the design here more. Let's see if we get up the quality one more time. Sometimes you have to take back the instructions that you gave it because sometimes your instructions actually cook it worse than it was before. All right, there we go. Not the best quality, but still will do. Before, it's popping much more, which is what we wanted. So you can see people in like spreadsheets, checklists, and now we have something in YouTube. This is on brand. I would change the format a little bit, but again, this is basically what you could expect. And then we have all of these other templates for different hooks and different variations of ads as well. So go here. These are different types of ads you can expect. Still ads. This is before and after ads, which I think are cool. I really like this one. This one's like really, really cool. Now, one piece of advice I have for you guys, if you look really closely, some of these are not spelled correctly. Like, what does that even mean? Salesforce, not rendered in properly, not rendered in properly, not rendered in properly. These are the formats you could expect when it comes down to the minute little details of logos and text and things like that, because we didn't run into it on our variations here. What you have to do not run everything at the same time. So do not just copy and paste this whole document. If you download it for free down below, if you download it, don't copy and paste the whole thing and say run all of these, because it's just overwhelming Nano Banana, in my opinion. That's not my opinion. That's what happens. Don't do that. It's going to cook the quality of all of them and the small little details, but do it one by one. Then you'll get good design and you'll get good copy, because the design here is beautiful. Like, these are awesome. I really like these. You get to play around with that a little bit. I cover the exact instructions in our premium community, but that is how to use Nano Banana 2 plus Claude Code to generate unlimited ad creatives that actually work, are actually on brand. If you learned something in this video, drop me a subscribe. It helps out a lot. So make sure you stick tuned for our other videos. They're covering topics about AI and marketing. Watch this video next, and I will see you there. Take care.